Hi everyone, this is Rebecca. Welcome to part one of a fashion series that I'm going to be doing over the course of the next 12 months. Before I get to that, just a little bit about myself. I am a master's bodybuilder. I'm also a singer and songwriter. And like many of you, have a lot of different interests. Now, if you're interested in my bodybuilding journey, I just earned my pro card, and I have a whole series of videos on this channel about my contest preparation, and I'll be updating my latest series on that soon. I'm waiting for my Niagara Falls, Natty Niagara photos, and we'll tell you all about me winning that show, Master's Show, and earning my pro card and what's coming up next. But today, I want to focus on fashion. So I've always been interested in fashion, and actually my background is in theater performance, but I also specialized in costume design. And also over the years, I've done things such as designing children's knitwear and selling them at boutiques. I also worked at a florist and wedding design company where I helped with doing some alterations and changes. So I've always really enjoyed design. And I recently, when I was preparing for my latest competition, needed something to distract me from the misery of getting ready for the contest. It's a difficult, trying time. And I discovered all of these wonderful YouTube programs on fashion and trends and all of that. But there were two people that I particularly really became interested in. One was Alyssa Beltempo, and her philosophy is to shop your closet, to be a minimalist, to not overspend, and if you're going to purchase, to try to purchase by using thrift stores. And I really enjoyed that whole concept of shopping your own closet, using what you have in different and fun ways. The other woman that I really enjoyed is Diana Goss, and she goes over a lot of principles of design, which I'm really interested in, and kind of helped me sort of figure out my own closet and how I wanted to organize it. And I will link those two ladies and their channels in the description below. So as I was looking at these, I decided I want to do a little video, and so I did. I popped up a video called Fun with Fashion about 2 weeks ago. I was going to go thrift shopping, and so I just showed a little outfit, and I got a lot of views. Not a lot in the grand scheme of things, but more than I usually get. And I thought, well, maybe there's an interest in this. And then I came up with the idea, okay, I have plenty of clothes. I have gotten rid of a bunch of things that I don't need, I don't use. I've reorganized my closet. What about if I try to shop my closet for 12 months? So that's what I'm going to do. This is a personal challenge. For the next 12 months, I won't be purchasing any more clothes. Now, something that you need to know about me is that I rarely, if ever, buy anything at full price. I am a bargain shopper, and part of that came from the necessity of my past. But also, I enjoy it. I enjoy finding a good deal, and I love thrift shopping. I love finding clothes that I can use. And because I'm a seamstress, it's a little easier for me, because if I find a piece but it's not working or it's not quite the right size, I can alter that. I have the skills to do that. So there is an advantage. So I'm going to shop my closet. Now, to be fair, I will show video of my closet. It's full. It's not fancy, but it's full. And what I've done over the course of the years is try to make sure that my closet is made up of good basics, well-made clothes that are made from mostly natural fibers. I do have some polyester, rayon, items. This top right here is a case of that. But for the most part, I've really in the past recent years tried to purchase higher quality, again thrifted or at a great discount, but tried to get good fibers, cashmere, linen, cotton, those type of things. So I got a good closet, but I think it'll be fun to see, just how I'm going to do it. So the other thing is I need motivation to renovate this room. This is we live in a fixer-upper, an 1850s house, and in the Adirondacks, near the Adirondacks anyway. And this room upstairs has become sort of my closet room and guest room. And it desperately needs to be renovated. Needs a paint job. There's wallpaper up that needs to come down. But this was a low priority. But I'm going to spend the next few months trying to renovate this space. So that'll be fun too to see. So, how am I changing the colors and everything. So, but for right now, this is where we're starting. So what I'm going to do is every week or two, I'm going to shop my closet. Now, the one caveat I'm going to put to not purchasing any clothes for 12 months is I'm going to allow myself to purchase hosiery if I need it, underwear if I need it, socks. That's fair game. But shoes, outerwear, any other clothing items, no more jewelry, nothing. So every week or two, I'm going to shop my closet, and I'm going to take into account what is the weather for that week, what's on my calendar. Do I have any gigs, any music gigs? Do I have any appointments? What am I doing that week? And then take a look at my closet and organize my clothes for the week, depending on what I have on my schedule. So let's start with this week. This outfit that I'm wearing now, and I'll show it, the full thing in a minute. But this outfit, I'm going to have coffee with a friend of mine tomorrow. And I don't really have anything else on my schedule. I'm going to be pretty casual the rest of the week. So I thought, well, let's kind of look nice and dressy. So I've got this outfit for tomorrow. The rest of the week, and actually later today, I'm going to be working out in the garden, and most of my week is just at home. So the clothes that I'm going to be showing for this week are casual clothes, at-home clothes. But even my at-home leisure clothes, we're going to try to have a touch of good design. So this is it. This is my little closet. And this is where I'll be pulling clothes from for the next 12 months. We're going to keep it status quo, keep it as is. It's a small closet, but it's got a surprising amount of clothing in here. So I'm going to start with my purses. The one thing that I never did is I never purchased a really nice genuine leather purse. I never spent more than 20 or 30 bucks on a purse, and I invested in this one. I still got a great deal. It was still discounted, but I love that purse. This is a vintage purse that I got that I just adore. This is also a vintage purse that I got, a little slouchy raffia, wonderful for the summer and early fall and spring. And then I have a couple of crossbody bags, a black one and a brown one that I've had for years and years. So what I have tried to do is organize this mostly by color, so it's easy to find what I need, and you'll see that there's just a lot of neutral colors here. So everything goes with everything, which means that there are limitless number of combinations. Everything goes with everything, so there's a lot of mixing and matching. I don't have a lot of dresses, but I do have some, and that I have here, including this wonderful poplin shirt dress, which just you can do so much with. And I've got a skirt, two skirts. I've got a black midi skirt and then a real pretty little knit brown skirt. I am not including in the video formal wear. I have another closet that has more formal wear that, you know, I wear once in a blue moon. So these are basically my day-to-day items. On this side, I have some blazers, a white linen blazer, some cardigans. This blazer I've had for literally 20 years. And I just love it. I've had this blazer for probably 15 years, and I just recently altered it because it was always so long, and I'll tell you about that later on. And I've got all of my jeans and my slacks all lined up. I've also got large scarves, and I have a small container that has smaller silk scarves. I also have some clutches for formal events. Got that at a vintage store. Got this at a vintage store, and got this at a vintage store. As well as some belts. There's some jewelry. My earrings and rings and bracelets are in a separate place. And then there's shoes. I do have a lot of shoes. So it's a little nuts, but I have lots of options for shoes. I have tried very hard to make a point of only keeping the ones that actually are comfortable. So I got lots of boots. We do live in snow areas, so I wear the boots. And some more over here. So lots of shoe options for sure, and sneakers. So that's not going to be too hard. Now the other thing I have is I have a hanger. That's not where it should be. I have all of my really nice sweaters. These are all cotton sweaters. And then I move over to our cashmere and cashmere blend sweaters. And again, mostly neutral colors, grays, browns, khakis. I do have a couple of pastel colored cashmere sweaters. But again, mostly nice neutrals that are going to go with just about anything. So my closet gives me a lot of options, and I didn't even mention the belts. I've got a ton of belts, and I did recently invest in two really nice belts. I don't know where the other one is, but they're real leather belts. I got this one and a brown one, which I don't know where it is right now. But again, belts provide all sorts of options when you're dressing. So got plenty of those. So I have on this separate rack outerwear. Again, we live in a very cold area, and I was discovering that I was only wearing down jackets, and I was always cold, and I never liked how I looked, and so I just started thrifting, and I thrifted a bunch of these jackets, and I love them all, and we'll use them all. I've got a couple of shawls that were gifts from my kids, and actually shawls and wraps are in this season. So lots of options. A nice leather jacket that I've had. I wear it at gigs a lot. And a nice gray, two black. One was thrifted and is more of a formal black jacket, and the other's just a basic black. I got a plaid don't even know what you call it, sort of like a barn jacket. And yeah. And then I thrifted this really cool red one recently that I thought was super fun and is a little bit of a fun touch, which I'll have fun dressing up this season, the fall season for sure. So that's what we got for outerwear. Now let's talk about some outfits and how I address current trends. This outfit that I'll be wearing for coffee with a friend addresses two trends. The blouse fits the ruffle and bohemian vibe, and the pants the suede trim. I fashioned it with a wide accent belt and loafers. All these purchases were new, but at a great discount from clearance racks. The belt was $4 on clearance. You can't beat that. All these pieces are neutral, so they work well together. Here I've added a tweed jacket, and together, all these pieces, though neutral, don't look boring because of the variety of textures I've used. Next, I've added my beautiful leather handbag to complete the look. Jewelry is simple with gold pieces. The look can be a bit less formal by unbuttoning the blazer. I also like how the blouse cuff ties peek out from the bottom of the blazer sleeves. I feel pretty in this. I mentioned that I was going to be gardening today, so here is my gardening outfit. My husband Garth teases me when I wear these overalls. He says I look like an Oompa Loompa, but I love it. I've had the overalls for at least 5 years. The long sleeve cotton button down is probably 3 years old. And I'm wearing some comfy canvas sneakers. The idea here is comfort from the cotton fabric, but also coverage to protect me from the itchy vegetable leaves that give me a rash. The hat gives me protection from the sun, plus it's kind of cute. Now, if I wanted to streamline this loose look, I can just add this old canvas belt. It just cinches the waist in a bit, nothing fancy, still very comfortable and utilitarian. But the addition of a belt to an outfit can make a huge difference in the look. It accentuates the waist and trims you up a bit. And with this outfit, perhaps it helps me look less Oompa Loompa and more Farmer Jane. Let's go pick some green beans. Later tonight, we're joining friends at their place for a very informal gathering. We might even hang out at their fire pit. Even though it's August here in upstate New York, the evenings can get very chilly. We're hitting the lower 50s at night right now. So layers help out quite a bit. This cotton striped button down was a thrift store find. The cotton sweater and twill pants were clearance sale items from the loft. The draping the sweater over the shirt adds interest and warmth, and I can slip the sweater on as the temperatures drop. Notice how a small tuck to the sweater just draws a bit of attention to the waistline and trims things up a bit. Also, it's a nice touch to let the cuffs and the collar peek out from under the sweater. So I wore this outfit yesterday to run some errands, and I got so many compliments on it. So the jacket is made of lyocell. It's an eco-friendly fabric made from wood pulp. It's biodegradable, breathable, and durable, and I love the way it drapes. It's so soft and comfortable, and it's lightweight. The white jeans, black suede loafers, black leather belt all provide a neutral base for the statement color, which is this red sweater. The red sweater is another piece I've had for several years. I tied it together with a red bandana in my hair, a long gold tassel necklace, and this crocheted handbag, which was a thrift store find. It's in a neutral shade, so it pretty much works with so many different things. So, travel with me and let's have an adventure and let's see just how successful or unsuccessful I am at shopping my closet for 12 months, starting today.